After nearly 2 years without measurable snow, New York City is expecting its second storm in a week. It's part of a storm system that left parts of the West covered in snow and ice. That system has caused about 50 deaths nationwide. Well, this winter has been particularly difficult for millions of people in the United States, especially those in places not accustomed to it.
Parts of Alabama, Texas, Colorado, and Mississippi all saw record-breaking cold temperatures over the past week. Scientists say climate change has impacted what these winter months feel like across the country.
We want to bring in CBS News national correspondent Dave Malkoff now from Atlanta. Good to see you, Dave. So how unusual has this week of winter weather been for parts of the U.S.?
Good to see you too, Elaine. We can absolutely say that this has been unusual. Take a look at what's been happening in the Pacific Northwest. Ice storms in Portland are very dangerous because of all that rain turning into thick ice everywhere. It has been below normal for a week, and their coldest temperature in 15 years happened on Saturday. Let's go 3 hours up the 5 to Seattle, and you can see that they are nearly 7 degrees below average. And last week in Seattle, Elaine, they had their coldest winter weather since 2007.
Well, the question that people are asking now is what role climate change plays in impacting winter weather, because some people think, oh, it's cold, so that's evidence that global warming isn't happening. Tell us what's the actual scientific truth.
I think it's actually easier to think of global warming as global weirding, because we have this spell of cold weather that does not cancel out decades of warming. The planet itself is warmer than ever. So current cold events aren't as cold as they would have been without climate change. But this all goes back to the world's largest freezer at the top of the planet, the Arctic. Rapid Arctic warming is associated with disruptive weather in the United States. Climate change leads to heavier rain, heavier snowfall, because it's like a sponge up there, you guys. A warmer atmosphere holds more water.
So if that's the case, because of climate change, Dave, should we expect winters in the future to be even more severe than the one that we're currently experiencing?
Well, your hometown and the Arctic, as we were just talking about, are actually connected. When it gets warmer up there, the jet stream dips further south in the United States, and the latest science seems to suggest that that locks in winter weather for longer periods of time. The part of the reason there is because when that locks down there, it just holds the winter weather together, and it stays further south. Right outside of this studio right here in Atlanta, there was ice on the sidewalks. That is not unprecedented in the South. It's just unfamiliar for us.
Right. Well, and a lot of these municipalities, they don't budget for this stuff. So it's something that is, I know, has some policymakers concerned as this continues. Dave Malkoff, always good to see you, Dave. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.